tell you.
I guess in the industry,
we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. But anyway, this is my lovely wife, Tamika. Today we're going to talk about some serious things. Well, anyway, before you tell, yeah, we are going to talk about some serious.
But are they serious?
Yeah, I mean, not like serious.
Okay.
But I mean, I think it's information that's going to help someone.
Okay.
So I think it's serious. I do.
Okay.
I mean, we're gonna have fun, but it's serious.
Of course.
Yeah. So, but anyway, as I was saying, this is my lovely wife, Tamika Gear. To some people, she's known as Tammy, Tamikia. But I want to introduce this beautiful lady as my wife, the mother of my child, my baby mama, my sexy thing, my pleasure piece.
Thank you.
But all jokes aside, y'all, I wanted to have her on the show not just because she's my wife, but because of certain experiences that she has went through in life. When I met Tamika in college, she had a drive like none other. I was kind of laid back, chill,
very laid back,
quote unquote partier, But she had a drive. She got that work done. She did not play, and even to this day, her drive is like through the roof. Sometimes I gotta tell her, honey, just stop.
I have a reason behind my drive, though.
Yeah, she does. She has a reason, but maybe we can get into that a little later. But yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about what you do.
Well, you already told them that I'm your wife. That's the best job ever. Being your wife and being the mother of his child is the best job ever. So I am an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for 12 years. Wow.
Yeah.
12 years. Full-time entrepreneur for 12 years, thanks to my husband for all his sacrifice for allowing me to be an entrepreneur for that long.
Daddy got to do it,
Okay. And so I'm a professional makeup artist. And again, I've been it for 12 years. I love it. And yeah, that's who I am.
Well, and here recently, there are some other things that you picked up as well. You picked up a passion project that about something that you're passionate about. So you kind of back in the corporate world a little bit.
I am part-time. It feels full-time. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, he's teaching me how to talk on a microphone. So clearly, I don't know how to do it.
I'm going to not say.
Please don't. This is a PG-13. Well, now it's a PG-7. Whatever, Oh, well, no, it's not. These are young adults.
Yeah,
they know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have a part-time job at the organization called the Hive Community Circle, and it focuses on support for survivors of sexual assault, stalking, and domestic violence. It's a big passion of mine for experience. A lot of experiences in those areas. So it has been a big passion of mine. I used to be a volunteer, and when the opportunity came, I mentioned to my husband that I want to possibly get a part-time job. So I applied, and I got it. Duh.
Yeah. Yeah, she got the job, and but it's pretty cool.
He loves it.
It is. Yeah, I do like, and I'm gonna be honest, some of the things that she's doing help drive me to do help create practical independence. Yeah. And so couple of things that I do want to talk about.
Okay.
Because of your certain experiences, I mean, because of your drive, because of the drive, and that same drive you had in college,
same drive I have right now.
To walk from my house all the way to college just to see you. But
He was determined.
okay, yeah, I was, but we're gonna get into all that later. But I would see her, see this drive, and now, so back to what I was saying. That drive, this drive that you have entered the corporate world, and whenever you were in the corporate world, you always was in management, some type of leadership role.
Right.
You did, you've always excelled in what you do. So one of the number one things that just communicating with young adults, and not only that, even statistics kind of show as well that one of the things that kind of deter or kind of make young adults kind of nervous about jumping out there to live on their own and to get a place on their own is the fact that they say it's too expensive.
Okay.
A lot of young adults are currently working, but they may not be quite making enough financially for to say, hey, I want to get an apartment or even buy a home. I mean, but to move out on their own, they say it's a little expensive. So, what are some things that you think that they can do for that young adult or that person that may be in a situation that says, "Hey, I'm working every day, but the job that I'm working just isn't enough." What would you say to that person, or maybe what are some type of advice that you would give them?
Well, I would say that why isn't it not enough? And that could be, are you overspending when you eat? Or you're doing a lot of entertainment. Um, so it could be a lot of things, but I feel like you have to create a budget and cut back on unnecessary things. So finding creative ways for not spending your money, like eating out, going to the movies, going to the club, whatever you decide to do. So instead of eating out, you can meal prep. Or if you want to do a game night at your friend's house, at your mama house for right now, you can do that. Another thing I would say is if you're trying to move out of your parents' home, getting a roommate is super cool. So when
Most of the time, but
getting a roommate is super cool. Well, and I can say this: when I got out of college and graduated, I literally rented a room from an amazing woman. She has gone on to be with the Lord. But I rented a room from her, and that was the best experience of my life. She was older, so I guess I would say the best roommate to have is an older person. Because I did. It was a blessing to have her as someone that allowed me to rent a room while I was working. I actually was working two jobs, which comes to my next thing is sometimes when you feel like your job is not paying enough, you might need to get a part-time or get another hobby and get paid for that hobby or create a business. Something to bring in more income. I feel like sometimes we get stuck and comfortable where we are, and sometimes we just don't want to move forward with things. So I would say definitely look into a roommate, budget, cut back on some bills, turn off some subscriptions. You know you ain't using that. You know you ain't using Apple Music.
Yeah, hey, no, they using that Apple Music.
They using Apple Music.
They using
okay, you know that
you know why they use the Apple Music?
Why? Because you're on there.
Radical Independence
You're on there,
podcast.
right? Yeah, that's why they're using it.
Yeah.
But you know that you're not using a lot of the subscriptions. You know you ain't going to that gym because it ain't the first of the year. So that resolution has gone. So go ahead and cancel that membership until next year because you ain't going. I can say that for myself. So, nevertheless. But he's going.
Yeah, oh,
he's determined.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be my advice.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a lot of good stuff there. You brought out a lot of good stuff. Let's go back and talk with the roommate. Talk about the roommate thing.
Okay.
Now you mentioned that you had an older roommate. Now I had roommates that were young adults. We were all college. You came up in college.
They're all partiers.
Yeah, we all was not partiers.
They were all partiers.
We all wasn't partiers. We had some a mature young bohemian staying with us. Shout out to my boy King Tones. He was staying with us, and he helped keep our head level.
He did.
Yeah, he helped keep our head level.
Okay, so not all of them.
Yeah,
He was,
yeah. And then we had some people that was
so interesting.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, we're not going to those details. But I had some amazing roommates coming up. I think I may have had one that was a little shaky, but even with him, I mean, I had some, and when I say roommate, with he was it like I literally was still living on campus, so. But
oh, your campus roommate.
but when I was in an actual apartment, uh, I think pretty much everyone was legit. But now, I did have a situation where, a young gentleman was staying with us. Not with us. Well, not with us. You're right, but was staying with me and my roommates, and ended up taking some things, ended up stealing and things of that nature. He was shoplifting, guys. Yeah, he was stealing stuff. So with that experience, I want to say my personal point of view. If you get a roommate, I would say make sure that roommate is on the lease. For a couple of reasons. For liability purposes, um, you want to have them on your lease with you, just in case if something happens, they break something, Lord forbid, a fire or something like that. Um, but now you may kind of I don't 100% agree with that. Okay. And the only reason I don't agree with that, say for example, and I guess it brings me back to my current position, if you have a roommate and they happen to be your partner and they're being violent and they're on your lease, you can't legally kick them out. Oh, gotcha. So it's almost like we're talking about like relationship. Like, we're talking. I mean, now that's still roommates. You might say, "Oh, I'll move in with my girlfriend or whatever, or my boyfriend." Okay. So it's almost like I think that sometimes even when you have your best friend and y'all fall out, because I've seen situations or heard situations where best friends fell out and they're both on the lease and they're arguing and maybe got in a fight and she can't get out because she's on the lease. So I feel like one person needs to be on the lease. I do believe in contracts because between each party, regardless of how close y'all are, and family members, I feel like a contract, because I believe that will hold up in court. But having another person on the lease, I just don't. Yeah, I got you. I don't agree with it, but that's okay. Right, but one positive that also comes with a roommate, with both of you all being on the lease, is that it helps you be able to afford more on paper. So, because now they'll be combining both of you all's salary, um, both of you all's salary, so you don't have to just depend on your salary. Just because we were talking about, um, people that maybe young adults that may be having a hard time affording a place. So that's just either perspective isn't right or wrong. Well, I'll say this. Yeah. I think if your mom and daddy ready for y'all to go, yeah, I got you. I believe that they may possibly co-sign for you. Because they ready for your hits. That's a whole different. Because you're more expensive to be in the house. Yeah, that's a whole different animal. Do you think so? I just feel like that's another way. Yeah, that's a whole different animal. But believe me, I would rather have my mom and dad co-sign for me than to have somebody on my lease. Yeah. And we get in an argument and I can't get them out. But now, okay, from legal terms now. This is weird. Now I'm talking paperwork here. I'm talking black and white, and she's kind of talking color. This is a complete switch of roles right here. Right now. But now from a legal standpoint, if a parent or whoever does co-sign, if something happens, now mind you, that's gonna fall back on the parents. Right. And so they possibly could put them back in a position it really sucked to have to go back home and move with your parents, and then you owe your parents money because you didn't because you
But
jacked
the
this
fact is,
lease
your
up.
parents, I feel like the parents will forgive you more than a friend.
Yeah, no, that's
So
yeah,
I
that's
feel
true.
like parents take care of you while you're in the house.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure
That's true.
they probably need to have a contract with your hips too.
Yeah, but and hopefully, they
Hopefully, you're more
in a position.
responsible
Yeah,
to
yeah,
decide, I want to move out.
right.
And if you are creating those things to help you move out, I do believe that you will have support. But I just believe that.
I got you.